His new film, The Way Back, is about a quarterback in year 20 trying to get back to his favorite team in New England. He's Ben Affleck. How are you, Ben?
How are you, sir?
My bad. I'm sorry. It's about you playing a basketball coach.
Yes, that's about a guy who was a basketball star in high school,
Yep.
fallen on hard times, goes back, coaches his old high school team, and kind of learns to re-engage in life, gets a lot out of the players. They get a lot from him. It's a drama, but it avoids a lot of the cliches. It's very it's hard to compete with the drama unfolding in New England, but it's pretty it's a movie I'm proud of.
Yeah. So before we get to that real quick, what did you learn about coaching, Ben? Obviously, you get into all your roles. You've been there, done that about a lot of stuff. But what did you learn about basketball coaching throughout this process here?
Honestly, like the coaching thing was the scariest part for me because I'd never done it before.
Right.
And basketball is not even really the sport I know the best. So and now with just the familiarity that fans have with sports, with big, 4K 60-inch flat screens and
Right.
the behind-the-scenes coverage and the interviews and all that stuff, that we just can recognize authenticity more. Like you can't be, back when I was a kid, you could have major league, and it seemed like Corbin Burnson maybe could play third base
Right.
for a pro baseball team. But then, now we just know what looks real and what doesn't. And this was the acting I was really excited about, and I felt confident about that, but I felt very insecure about, like, how am I going to come up as a coach? So I went around. I went to this high school Mater Dei in Southern California,
Sure.
like a big powerhouse
Big time.
school, talked to the players and coaches there, and watched a lot of film. And I guess what I learned is that you get a lot more leeway with swearing at the refs than I thought you would before they'll throw you out of the game. I thought you say, one or two, foul-mouth things, they bounce you. No, these guys, Bobby Knight spent the whole time on the side. It was amazing.
Yeah.
The degree to which you can apparently swear at referees, and it's permitted.
Yeah, The Way Back in theaters near you starting on Friday. Ben Affleck, few more minutes left with him here on The Rich Eisen Show. All right, Ben, do you think Tom goes back to New England? What do you think? I give you the floor. What do you think?
I'm going to hesitate to make a prediction.
Okay.
Where did you say you did a poll and you thought the majority of the people thought he would wind up in Tennessee if he doesn't stay?
Yeah, because apparently he and Edelman were and Jimmy Fallon were all at a Syracuse, North Carolina game, and somebody shot a photograph or took a video of Edelman FaceTiming with Vrabel at the game.
Well, they're friends. I wouldn't say that necessarily. Obviously, Tom, wouldn't want to tip his hand for sure. I obviously hope that he stays in New England because, look at the amazing success they've had. I'll still be a Tom Brady fan if he doesn't, but I think he's a great guy and a great competitor and a great, the greatest quarterback ever. I have to think that the ball is in the court of the Patriots. You know what I mean? I think if they make and I don't know this, I don't have any inside information at all about
Right.
this, but I would think if I own that team, I would say, all right, look, what's somebody else offering you? We'll compete with, we'll equal that. And I would guess if they did that, if they really made those commitments, that he would, I would think he would stay. But I don't really know anything.
No, nobody knows. Honestly, truly, nobody knows. It is all just. That's why we're reading into a FaceTime. You know what I mean? Nobody has any idea what it is.
I can't imagine him playing for the Raiders. Tennessee has obviously a great running back, a great offensive line. And he knows Vrabel. That's a good guess. San Diego maybe. But I would think that when you look at all those other options, none of them would be as appealing as you still have Belichick coaching. You have a team and community that loves and supports you, and staying kind of familiar with what you're familiar with would seem to be the most appealing thing to me. All other things being equal, but who knows?
All right. Well, so The Way Back.
Sometimes you guys do the Brett Favre.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I know, and that's and Brett is still beloved in Green Bay, so you can go home again, as in a way.
They're not going to hate Tom Brady if he leaves New England. I have friends from home who will email me privately and be like, "I'll become a Chargers fan if he's in San Diego. I don't give a But people love him that much. I think he's definitely not going to alienate people. It's just
he's
him and his
TB12.
family's life, and he's going to. Yeah,
he's TB12. Hey, Ben, I'm up against, as they say, the end of the radio hour. I'd love to have you back on and have a much longer conversation, but congrats on the way back. It's a really neat movie.
I'm just going to show the show.
You got it.
Yeah, Chess, go see it. Way back, opening on Friday.
You got it. Thanks for the call, Ben. You take care.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
That's Ben Affleck here on The Rich Eisen Show.